Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders Meeting 121. This is issue number 376 on Ethereum Cat Herders GitHub repository. I've shared agenda in chat for people to refer to. As we see in this call, we are joined by a few new members. So may I please invite Zhao to maybe introduce himself. And then Joey, maybe you can let us know about your aspiration for joining Ethereum Cat Herders.
Yeah, hi. I'm Tiao, and it's my first time to be here. It's pretty late in China. Currently, I work with uh some friends in Liangxingdao, and it's a DAO based in most of the people, I think they live in China. I am in a project named EIP Fund, and during my work in this project, I found that I can actually do a lot of meaningful things in this community. I mean, Ethereum community, since there are plenty of learning materials like Pip and Ip, the video series. I think they are fantastic, and they deserve to be seen by more people. That's it, and nice to meet you here.
Thank you so much, Terry. And I'm really happy to know that you are from the team EIP Fun. Just for people to know, EIP Fun is sponsoring the ERC at Dev Connect event, co-organized by Ethereum Cat Herders. So thanks for all the support over there. Joey?
Hey, yeah, I'm Joey. Like Pooja mentioned, I've been getting more involved in Ethereum Cat Herders and EIP, ERC editing. I've written one final ERC and a couple that are in draft and review right now. And I'm a DeFi builder, very interested in the ERC process and getting more standards out there to help sort of all the builders in DeFi specifically, but also just generally anyone writing smart contracts or anything like that. So very happy to be here and get more involved.
Awesome. That is great to know. For people to know, Joey is joining us as the EIP associate. As he already mentioned, his involvement with the EIP editing. So we look forward to get more supports on EIPs and ERCs editing part. Welcome both to the team. And it's really nice to have more members. We are growing and we would like people to come and you start sharing information that they have and may be able to support new users to get into the Ethereum community. With that said, let's go ahead and start with today's agenda. So the first item on the agenda is Ethereum network upgrade. We all are aware of the DENCON upgrade, which is on DevNet as of now. So let me start with the DevNet updates. DevNet 10 is officially shut down and DevNet 11 was launched last week. That will be there for next 2 to 3 weeks. Then developers will reconsider timeline for the Gorley public testnet fork. However, developers on the call, the consensus layer call that happened last week, they agreed to launch Gorley shadow fork. And we will be getting updates on this week's developers call, which is on Thursday at 1400 UTC. People may find latest specs for DevNet 11 on ECH website. Thank you, George, for making the PR. Furthermore, on testing side, ARMS on Ethereum have also joined testing with DevNet 10. There was a proposal of using new Merkle-proof test vectors, and Mario Vega from the testing team responded that team can use Hive, the Blobber, and the mock builder to initially test those changes and just need the API updates. So we are making pretty good progress on the DENCON testing. Among other decisions, there was one more. Developers found pretty long support on the call for blob sidecar. So this PR is also merged, and people may expect a client release soon, maybe this week. I have also added link to the Dencon interop testing call 34. This call happens every alternate Monday. So you can expect this on next Monday, and that is like interoping between different clients. So people interested to follow the updates of their respective client may follow this call. We have added a bunch of useful resources for talks that we have on individual EIPs. So I think we have covered all the EIPs. Those are expected with the Dencon upgrade. So please take a look, check out the list added to the agenda. On other protocol development and research, we are seeing a new call. It's roll call 0. It's a new monthly dev call that is being initiated by Ansgar Dietrich and Karl B. Hossein. The goal is to connect with the layer 2 projects and let them steer designing the standards so it can be followed by ecosystem. They may suggest improvement proposals just like EIPs. Currently, the proposed name is RIP, Roll-Up Improvement Proposal, but this is not a final name as it seemed from the last EIP meeting. Sam Wilson, an EIP editor, would be proposing working group, and we will get to know how we want to name EIPs with respect to different working group. The roll-up calls are generally planned on third Wednesday of every month at 1400 UTC. The link to the recording of meeting 0 has been added to the agenda, today's agenda, and the next meeting is planned for November 15th. So please follow Ethereum Protocol YouTube for developers public meeting. And I think I have also added a clip of Ansgar giving more information about this meeting. I'm aware last week we had EOF implementers meeting, but unfortunately the recording isn't available yet. Maybe I'll check with the EF team to see we can add the recording as soon as possible. The next section is events, fellowship, and hackathon. We already have discussed about the upcoming event. On ERC at DevConnect, Victor, an ERC editor, is leading this event, and he is inviting all ERC authors to maybe join. There is a rough agenda also added. Please check out the Medium blog post for information related to this. And yeah, please reach out to Victor or me if you are available there to join the meeting. And I know Harish had a conversation with Victor recently. Perhaps we can hear more about it in the ops section when we are listening to the updates from there. Yeah. Moving on to the new initiative and association. Today we are joined by Tiao. He has recently proposed to volunteer for Chinese subtitle. Tiao, I would like you to maybe let people know about your initiative, your inspiration, and where we are on that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm sorry that I can't share a screen with you. What I originally thought is that I think Pip and Ip series is very good material for newcomers of Ethereum community to learn about this ecosystem or technology or how it is governed, and I think there are not so many people see those videos, and so I want to make a transcript of subtitle. Maybe I can translate it into Chinese so that some Chinese people can some people who speak Chinese are not that familiar with the technical terms or English can know more about this technology, this ecosystem. It's my motivation, I think.
That is awesome. And thank you for volunteering for this. He has already shared the first draft for Halsky testnet that we have recorded with Ethereum testing team. Maybe I will work with him this week to add them. I haven't done it in the past. I hope he may have some ideas how to do that, but hopefully we'll see some. Oh, great. William, please go ahead.
I didn't want to cut you off, but I was curious. Translating the translations that you're looking on doing, you're doing that manually, as in like listening through and then just manually translating?
Do you mean that I translate them manually?
Yes, I'm asking. Yeah.
Not actually. Since it's the YouTube video has I think it's a transcription, but it's not that very accurate. So yeah, I need to edit them to make them to make them as accurate as original video. And then I will use ChatGPT to help me translate, and at the same time I will edit them in Chinese to make it fluent and I think easy to read. I also think maybe I will add some notes on some terms if I have the time or yeah.
I understood. Okay, I am happy to hear that it isn't just full like full manual. I'm wondering if some of the other tools here might be able to help more than just using YouTube's automatic translation. I'm trying to remember. I know someone recently told me about a translation tool they were impressed with. They weren't using it with Chinese. It may have been OpenAI's Whisper. And my only thought was that could speed you up. Oh, and I see ZK put Whisper in the chat also.
I think Whisper is can be more accurate in transcription. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
all in all, like, you know, I'm thrilled with the idea as an initiative, though. But yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I just said that I also didn't use the YouTube transcription, YouTube subtitle. Yes, I actually use some other transcription tools. Including Whisper. Yes, thank you for your recommendation.
Okay. Cool. That's all I was gonna ask about. Awesome.
Yeah, maybe I can take some more advice here. We are still in two minds. Should we have it added as a YouTube transcript, or should we just kind of summarize it and put it as a blog post for Chinese people? Do people have any thought or preferences over here?
I mean, I think a lot of this would actually just boil down to how you see this. I don't want to mispronounce her first name, unfortunately. Is it Tiao?
Yeah.
Like I would think a lot of that should boil down to what you want to do with this here. Would you be more interested in seeing this as like transcripts or full summaries or both? I'm also not sure what makes you more work, less work, what you're interested in. But I'd say that really should be the determining factor. We don't have anyone who's demanding this from us, so to speak. So I would say like, I mean, I'd say we should probably just turn it over to you. What do you think, Pooja?
Yeah, I think I and Tiao was having this chat, and we were leaning towards publishing it over Medium ECH.
Sorry, I
If
didn't
that's
understand. Publishing how?
over Medium,
Oh, over
authored
Medium.
by.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in
Auth-
meeting summaries, not
Yeah.
meeting summary, as in like
Yeah.
podcast summaries, as opposed to transcripts
Yes.
or subtitles.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
Tia, what do you think? Would that be good? Like as you mentioned in the chat, it seems like it would be a good idea, because I'm not sure if we can have it added. Obviously, there should be a way to do it. I'm not aware of it, by the way. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I want to try to summary you or what you just said, so that make sure that I understand that. I think what you propose is that we can have a summary article of the video transcription on Medium. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, that's what I understood by your chat here. Like ECH is a better place, so we are referring to ECH Medium, and we can have the entire document that you have created so far added over there, if that makes sense.
You mean that the whole transcription on the or just or a summary of that transcription?
Right, a summary of transcription would be good to have. I think so. And if you are open to like transcribe the entire meeting every time, if you think it is like doable, then we will use that to add it in the transcript as well. Actually, my whole idea is to maybe give some visibility to your work. If you do it on transcription, perhaps people may not be able to know your work over there. So having it on Medium will give you this visibility, and we can do it on both end to begin with, and then see where is the better response, and we'll continue with that in future, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's all yeah. I think we can mm, begin and say which choice is better. I don't have preferences on this. Actually, what I thought is that mm, I think those are very good materials, and it may be useful for um someone who are not familiar with the uh code developers or ERC authors. And I just want to make it more to reach more people in this ecosystem. But that. So I think I will we can try and see if we can if we will change that later or something else. As long as we can do some meaningful things and have make this have make those things happen. Sorry about my English.
No worries. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We can perhaps do that. Yeah, we can give the first episode both way, like on the captions as well as on the Medium, and then we'll figure out going forward where do we want to do it.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for all your support and contribution here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Moving on. Thank you. Moving on to the next one, which is Ecosystem Project Demo. Ecosystem Project Demo, we have recently released the episode for Gelato Network. Thank you, Santosh, for introducing the project with us. And I I suppose we had some new proposals. ZK, Santosh, anyone? If you guys have any updates on this side, and if we have any projects who are interested in like giving a demo.
Yeah, so I talked to the Smoothly founder, one of the co-founders, and he is definitely interested. We have a chat going in the dApps channel of the Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. We are basically good, ready. I think he has a demo that's good for him. And November 16th is when he's scheduled to record with me.
Okay.
Additionally, we have the Interceptor and Micah, who wants to do a presentation on that. He has like an informal presentation kind of ready, but he will need some time to put a more professional one together. So I'm thinking, you know, either the week after the 16th or 2 weeks after the 16th, however long it takes him, but probably towards the end of the month with him.
All right. So if I get that correctly, we have Smoothly planned for 16th of November.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. And do we want to keep it at a specific time? Like I would really encourage people to have a timeline added, like when we can get it done. I have added the project board here. For reference, we can perhaps keep on adding dates here so we can communicate it with the like future projects. And yeah, Santosh, I think you are also working on it simultaneously. Want to add something here?
Yeah, for November 9th, we do have a team from Crotesis. Basically, they are the DevOps for the mostly for Ethereum and other platforms, right? So I'm speaking to one of the product manager, and they are willing to do a demo this Thursday. So if we can finalize the time on what is the time we want to do on every Thursday, so that maybe we can schedule it for 9th of November.
Yeah, so if I get that correct, that is Kurtos's team helping the testing Ethereum team, and that we can plan on November 9. How about 1 p.m. EST? Is that too late for people? I mean, like our earlier meeting was at that time. That's why I'm proposing the same thing. But the only catch here is with the time change, since this Sunday, it would be an hour late in UTC for rest of the people.
I'm okay with it.
I think that works for me too.
All right, then we will keep it 1 p.m. EST, and we can add these two projects on the project board here. And yeah, we can also release some dates so projects can choose as per their convenience, very similar to the PEEP meetings that we organized. Great. Thank you both for working on this. And the next one is Meet the Herders. I see Harish on the call. Harish, if you would like to maybe provide us update on where we are on it. I know we are working on video, podcast, and the Medium blog post, all three simultaneously. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, hey Pooja. So we have 2 episodes of the series recorded. And as you mentioned, we are doing like trying to work on 3 different avenues to post them. So we are very close to post the first one out, which I hope I can submit tonight. And the second one for Victor should happen, I guess, in the remaining 2 days. They're both near completion. And I guess my next action item is to speak to more individuals and schedule more interviews. So I'll be doing that next.
That's awesome. Thank you. I think I have talked to a couple of more people. I will perhaps async ping you the name, and you can reach out to them to maybe schedule new meetings.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Very well. Thanks to you. The last one here is any new ideas for community engagement. If people have anything new that they would like to share now. If not, we can always have it on ECH Discord and think of something new for the next year. Moving on to the next item, which is general updates and discussion. We have added ECH stats. On ECH engineering, the first one here is learn to earn. George, if you can maybe update on that.
Yeah, so for the learn to earn, we are looking to launch that again pretty soon. We just need to double check with Morales to make sure that they still support the version that we had built with it, which was like their V1. And I think they already moved on to their V2. So just making sure the V1 has not been deprecated. And if so, we could self-host it, assuming we could self-host. The other parts of L2E is we have some badges prepared. And I think we're still mulling over the badges in order to reward people for completing the Denkun course. And I believe that's it. Pooja, am I missing anything else when it comes to the learn to earn part?
I'm just wondering, the questions that we have received recently, do you think it would work? Do we have 2025 questions to have, shuffled question for user if they are trying to do it again?
Yeah, I think the questions are sufficient. If we're putting them all under just a Denkun course, all the EIPs, then it's very sufficient and we should be good with that.
Awesome.
And so like yeah, the quizzes, we could randomize them where no two quizzes are the exact same. So
all right. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Thank you so much. So I think we should be looking into Morales, as you mentioned, and by next meeting, we should have some updates. Maybe we can have the page up, or yeah, definitely expect some update by that time. Is that a fair expectation here?
yes.
All right. Well, thank you for updates on that. And thank you, Santosh, for sharing questions on Learn to Earn. I think the next one is ECH website. That's also for you, if you would like to update us on that as well.
Yeah, sure. So for the website, updated Denkun page. So now we have DevNet 11. I believe we have to add DevNet 12 soon once we get the specs for that. I believe that's actually launching this month. And there are a few other updates on the website to be made. One is creating the testnet page that's still in progress. I know last meeting I mentioned that we would expect to see it by this meeting. Sorry to disappoint, taking a little bit longer than expected. And then I'm unsure, I think there's a few quality of life and like touch-ups to be done on the website. I can't exactly recall them, but those are TBD and pretty quick updates to make as well. So yeah,
and just to make sure we discuss this thing as well, we may expect godly shadow fork. So whenever we have this spec, which I'm expecting after the client dev meeting this Thursday, we should have it, and I will share that with you to maybe upload on the website section.
Cool.
Very well. Thank you so much, George, for all the contribution, all the effort that you're putting to make sure the page Denkun contains the most relevant information. And we hope to maintain pages for a next upgrade as well in a similar fashion. Cool. Next one is ECH operations. I think the first one here is tweets from cat herders last month. Santosh did a few tweets which turned out to be good as well. Santosh, if you would like to maybe summarize on that, or if you have anything to add on that.
We will make use of, so the idea here is we'll be subscribing to Twitter's account. Pooja, I might require a phone number. I tried to sign up, it asks for a phone number. I'll just check with you. I'll ping you one-on-one. So we'll sign up to Twitter paid account so that everyone in this call have some access to it, so that you folks, as you work on any project, you can tweet about it. Even I'll continue to tweet on major updates which is happening in the Ethereum echo world.
That's awesome. Yes, I think it would be a great idea. Like most of the time, ZK literally gives me everything related to podcast and I paste them. It would be nice for him to do it all by himself. We'll try to make use of tweet decks and provide access to all our contributors so they can maybe tweet about the individual tasks that they are working on. All right. Next is YouTube Shorts. So yeah, we have added a few more new shorts that we collected from the discussion that happened with different meetings. I think there are a couple of shorts from the latest chat with Ansgar Dietrichs. One of those are with respect to rollup, and yeah, some more updates on what to expect in the near future with the Ethereum ecosystem. Please check out the playlist. And the next one is ECH podcast. I think, yeah, ZK, if you would like to maybe provide update on ECH podcast, where we are and what do we expect next there?
So we uploaded an episode last week, and we have one going out this week. Last week was, I think, Whole Sky, but I don't remember. And this week, the podcast that's going out is 7516. In addition to that, we'll also be having two bonus episodes this week, which are the Meet the Herders for you and Victor. So we'll have 3 episodes going out this week.
Just to be sure, I did not hear about EOF. Do you think we have already published? Please take a look if we did or did not.
Yeah, I'll check that. I actually don't think I did. So maybe that is the one that I have to post this week.
Okay, sounds good.
A couple that are already edited, I just haven't posted them. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Good, thank you. Thank you for the update here. And yeah, maybe in one of our future meetings, we would love to see some stats. I know you have mentioned in the past, we receive quite good response. We have like good numbering on the ecosystem podcast that goes around Ethereum, so on and so forth. So whenever you get chance, maybe you can give a brief presentation or talk about that. That would be nice to have.
Sure thing. Yeah, will do.
Cool. With that, we can move on to the next one, which is EIPS Insight. On EIPS Insight, as we know that there is a recent repo split, EIP and ERC repos are now separate. We have GitHub repository for EIP category of proposals and ERC. Unfortunately, it broke some of the tooling that we had for EIPS Insight, but I'm hoping for them to be updated and get back by this week, so we can get the updated data and respective chart. However, in the meantime, I have shared Insight for October just yesterday. That also includes the data from the ERC repo. I have also added the HackMD file for the month of November. And I think there is only one EIP which is in core category. Let me quickly take a look. Yeah, I think there is one EIP 7549, committee index outside attestation, has been added this month. I hope as we are moving ahead with the repo split, there are a few things to be fixed. We will perhaps start taking in taking a look into all the proposals which are there on the repository for status changes. But for authors who aren't aware, the repo split has happened. If you have made your pull request on EIP's GitHub repository, you might want to change it to ERC's GitHub repository. If you have questions, please reach out to reviewers and editors. You can leave a comment in your PR, as well as you can also join us on EIP editing office hour that happens every alternate Tuesday at 1500 UTC. So you can expect another meeting, which is on the next Tuesday for EIP editing office hour. If you have question with respect to this repo split or with respect to your individual pull request, please reach out. And yes, you can also participate in the ETH Cat Herders Discord EIP editors channel, I guess. So you can perhaps drop your questions in there if you don't want to wait till the next meeting. So that's about EIPS Insight. On PEEP and EEP, we released 2 episodes in the past 2 weeks. One was on EOF with Dano Farine. EOF is a bunch of proposal expected with Prague upgrade. At least it is proposed for Prague upgrade. These are all EVM related improvement proposals. Not all of them are like in final status. Some of them are still work in progress, and people are hoping to shape up these proposals really well so they can be proposed in like near future to the developers meeting, and we decide on which all proposals can be seen with the next network upgrade. So check out that very interesting conversation with Dano Farine on EOF proposals. This week we shared a EIP 7516 with Ansgar Dietrich, that is blob-based fee. And this proposal is an addition to EIP 4844, helping out layer 2 projects. So I hope it would be an interesting conversation to follow by the layer 2 project, project members. Yeah, please check out this episode to learn more about what are the area of research where you can contribute. It's not just on the improvement of Ethereum protocol, but we would like to have it on interop and layer 2 as well. So that's on PEEP and EEP. And for the upcoming meeting, please check out the PEEP and EEP schedule. I'm aware that we are going to have a meeting with Sam Wilson to specify the recent change about EIP ERC, and he may be sharing information about how new EIP editor structure would look like. With the repo split, now we have editors for EIP repo and ERC repo. What would be their roles and responsibilities, and how associates or any individual from community may be able to help us. So there is guideline available with EIP 5069. Check out that EIP, and we hope to have a chat with Sam Wilson to learn more about the charter proposal and the working group proposed for EIPs and ERCs. Stay tuned for that. The next is ECH funding. Octant Epoch 1 round has concluded, and we have raised somewhere around 8 ETH, if I have not mistaken. And yeah, I had a chat with VP this morning to receive this fund. We haven't received it in our multi-sig yet, but I would be working with him, and perhaps I would need some help from ZK, because when I tried to log in this morning, it wasn't working as I was expecting it to be. So maybe I will set up time with ZK and VP to get this funds moved towards the Ethereum Cat Herders multi-sig. On trips, I suppose we have finished at ZK, if I'm not mistaken, where we are on reps.
I am not sure.
I think it was completed. We did everything that was required, right? If that's a correct understanding.
Yeah, actually, I do remember we did finish that. We
Mhm.
have the drip set up, and all the funds from the drips, I think, are going to the multi-sig. It's either the multi-sig or the mirror wallet, one of those.
I think it is mirror wallet.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll take a look at it later on and figure out if it is working fine or not. Yeah, where we are on that. So the next one is OPRPGF, Optimism, retroactive public good funding. I have made the funding request, like we have completed the application form. Thanks to ZK for helping me out with that as well. And we hope to receive some good news from them. The proposal is good. I have shared the link here. We hope to get support from the community. We haven't participated on GiveEarth or CLR yet, but we have kept that option open. I wonder if we have any updates on Gitcoin grant. Santosh, do you maybe have any update where we able to switch the wallet, where we are on that?
Yeah, we attempted again to change the wallet address. We couldn't do it. I've reached out to their support, and I'm also checking in the Discord channel. I hope to have an update by this week as soon as I hear back from them. Basically, they should with the change of wallet address.
Yeah, of course. No worries. Thank you so much. Thanks for that. And on the meeting notes, I think we have meeting notes for all core dev execution 173, all core dev consensus 121, and we should be expecting EIP IP meeting 93 very soon. One thing that I want to mention here that I have noticed, especially for core dev consensus meetings, we have not been updating README. All the users who are engaged with notes updating, please update README. That helps to find notes easier than like getting into the particular folder and look for that number. Please make sure that when you are creating a PR, you are also updating the file, the README file for both a consensus meeting and execution meeting. Those are available on Ethereum/PM repository. And I think that is all. The next meeting is on November 21. I wonder if people want to continue with 1500 UTC, or do we want to change it to 1400? I think 1300 would not be possible for some of the people, especially on West Coast, and I won't be able to make it either. Is there any suggestion on the meeting time that we would want to have it for the next meeting? If 1500 works for everyone, let's keep it. I am fine with that as well. All right. Anything else anyone would like to add here, share, maybe item for discussion for the next meeting, or anything in general?
I have this question, right? With recently, we have been seeing a lot of EIPs, the existing EIPs. People are just updating the typos, mostly typos, and they're creating a PR, right? Maybe it has been done by bot, or maybe specific individuals are doing it. Is it something we encourage it? If yes, maybe we can also participate and try to clean it up for the Ethereum community, basically all the typos in each PS.
I think this was also brought up by someone in the last meeting, that it could be bot, it could be an individual. To be very honest, I don't think any changes for the final EIP is encouraged in any way. However, people definitely can suggest fixing typos for proposals which are not in final status. That's good to have. I hope all the reviewers going forward may be able to help review it. But as we understand, this is not like 100% proved. So if community want, they can definitely share that.
I thought that final EIPs could be corrected if there's like an error or a clarification that's required, and even a typo. I think some of these bots might be doing it to airdrop farm, like for, Celestia gave an airdrop to ERC contributors, for example. But I think that there are some like real errors that can be fixed. Like I have a PR open on one ERC where there's an error, not just a typo, even though it's final. So I don't know if if that is possible to edit the final ones, but that was my understanding.
So generally with an open PR for any final proposal, if that is more than typo, we generally try to take it to the EIP meeting if the PR is not coming by the author. If it is coming by the author, then we definitely try to dig deeper into why they want to make changes. And that definitely cannot be just typo. That has to be more than that, and then only it is merged. But yes, if there is something wrong with any final EIP, which is not the spec part, but any other part of it, that is discussed. And if all editors agree, then it could be merged. But that decision is generally taken on EIP meeting.
Makes sense.
I hope we answered question by Santosh as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Anything else from anyone? Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. I think we had very nice discussion on almost all of the topics those were listed for agenda discussion after a long time. I hope we keep getting volunteers and increase participation to support Ethereum protocol as well as Ethereum application like projects. Thank you for joining us today. Hope to see everyone on next meeting, which is on November 21st at 1500 UTC. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.